What's going on, YouTube? Welcome again to the Nashville Lyft Zone. I am your host, DJ Rockwell. And today I just got a quick little follow-up, part 2, to guaranteed hours for Lyft and Uber. Stay tuned. Alright, if you missed the first video on guaranteed hours, a link to that video will be down in the description the first thing. So if you haven't already seen that, be sure to check that out. And this is just going to be some quick follow-ups, a couple other points, and a technique that I've been trying out here this week since I had mad amounts of guaranteed hours. And it seemed to work pretty well. But first, on the first video for guaranteed hours, someone left a comment on that video saying that Lyft drivers should be aware that any tips that you get are also counted for that guaranteed hour. So if you take a ride, you make $9 and they tip you $5. Okay, well, as far as the hourly average guarantee goes, you didn't make $9, you made $14. So tips count. Be sure to keep that in mind as you are working guaranteed hours. Now, my second point is that Lyft and Uber will compete with each other for these guaranteed hours. Because at the first of this past week, I got an email from Lyft and I had guaranteed hours for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Okay. And then I get an email from Uber saying, hey, we've got guaranteed hours too. And most of the guaranteed hours kind of mix and match. They're the same hours, but there's a couple hours where only Lyft is offering the guarantee or only Uber is offering the guarantee. And on some of those, I was able to switch back and forth to whichever one had the biggest guarantee. And this hasn't happened to me, but I have heard from other YouTube videos, comments from message boards, that Lyft and Uber will compete with each other sometimes. You'll get an email from Lyft saying, hey, $15 an hour for these hours. And then you'll get an email from Uber saying, hey, $18 an hour for these hours, the same hours. And then you get another email from Lyft saying, hey, we've changed our mind. Instead of $15 an hour, we're going to offer you $22 an hour for these hours. That's another good reason to have both apps if you're not already signed up for both. If you only have Uber in your market, then you're just going to have to go with Uber. But markets that have both Lyft and Uber, you can kind of play them off each other and try to get the most bang for your buck. Anyway, if you want to know more about that, go back and watch the first video. Now, my third point, and this is basically just for Lyft. Like I covered in the first video, with Uber, to disqualify yourself from a given hour, you just have to basically log off and then log back in. I'd stay logged off for at least 1 minute, maybe 2, just to make sure that you disqualify yourself from that hour if you get that big hour and it's a $35 hour guarantee and you make $45 because of surge rates. Now with Lyft though, there was that 10-minute gap because with Lyft you only have to be online for 50 minutes out of an hour and take one ride in a guarantee zone if there is a guarantee zone, or 2 rides anywhere in Nashville. So if you want to disqualify yourself from a given hour on Lyft, you got to log off the app for at least 11 hours. And it used to be I would cut the app off at the end of the hour so that I wouldn't get that ride right at the end of the hour that ends up taking 30 minutes into the next hour, and this ride only counts on the first hour and screws up the average for that hour. No, we're not doing that no more. Now, at the beginning of the hour on Lyft, I'm logging off the app for 8 minutes. If the guarantee starts at 6 p.m., I log on to the app online at 6:08 p.m. Why do I do that? Because now there's only 2 minutes left of offline time before I can disqualify myself from an hour. So if you're in the middle of the hour and you get that one ride that's going to blow the hour's guarantee and you don't drop them off until 6:51 and you got to be offline for 11 minutes, well, you're fucked. So to start the hour, I'm offline for the first 8 minutes of the hour, so now I only have to be offline for 3 minutes. And that came in very, very handy over the last couple days. Even last night, I had one ride that put me well over the $22 an hour guarantee that we had last night. And I dropped them off, just use the same example here, it wasn't this time, but say 6:57 p.m. and I had to log off for 3 more minutes. So as soon as this very second I dropped them off, I logged off the app and disqualified me from that hour. So I made more than the guarantee. That amount would have screwed up the average for all the other $22 hours this week, and I would get less money overall from the guarantee because of it. So now that hour doesn't count, and it's all because I'm logging off at the beginning of the hour, so that window of opportunity there is less. Now, as always, if you got any other comments you want to leave, post down here in the comment section. If you got any other tidbits of knowledge, like I forget your name, but whoever it was that put that one little talking point in on the last video, thank you for posting that, because that slipped my mind about the tips counting. So y'all have a great day. I'll catch you again next time in the Nashville Lyft Zone. This is DJ Rockwell, signing off. Sir, what? Are we being too literal? No, fool. We were told to comb the desert, so we're combing the desert. Found anything yet? Not a thing, sir. How about you guys? Nothing, sir. What about you? We ain't found shit. What are those things coming out of her nose? Spaceballs? Oh shit, there goes the planet.